Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt invincible after straddling your bike? That moment you twist the throttle, feel the engine vibrate beneath you, and think, yeah, I got this? Well, spoiler alert, you probably don't. In fact, most beginner riders are one ego trip away from becoming roadkill. Now that I've got your attention, buckle up. Wait, you're on a motorcycle, you don't even have a seatbelt. See, here's the brutal truth no one tells you when you start riding. The road doesn't care about your passion, your new leather gloves, or the fact you watched 27 hours of MotoGP highlights last week. What it does care about is one thing: mistakes. And not just any mistakes, but the stupid ones. The kind that make car drivers roll their eyes and say, typical biker. The kind that make your mom start crying and your insurance company start smiling. Let me guess, you think you're aware because you shoulder check twice before switching lanes? You believe that guy honking at you is just rude and not signaling, bro, you're about to die? You ride with your headphones in, bumping some motivational Andrew Tate remix, thinking you're the next two-wheeled Sigma male? Yeah, no, that's not awareness, that's suicidal optimism. Here's the problem. Most beginner riders think traffic is just about moving forward without hitting anything. But in reality, traffic is a psychological war zone, especially for bikers. You're small, invisible, vulnerable, and yet you behave like a GTA character on two wheels. You're surrounded by 2-ton boxes of steel driven by half-asleep office workers, rage-fueled dads, and people texting their ex about how much they've changed. And you think you're safe because you watched one YouTube tutorial and got a shiny new helmet. Bruh, listen, mistakes in traffic aren't cute, they're fatal. And what's worse, they're preventable. But only if you know what to look for. That's where this video comes in. I'm about to reveal 7 of the dumbest, most common, and deadliest mistakes beginner riders make the moment they enter traffic. Some are so obvious you'll think, nah, not me. But trust me, it's always you. Your brain's just running on thrill instead of logic. And if you're thinking, well, I've been riding for a few months, I'm not that beginner anymore. Guess what? That's mistake number 8, and we'll expose that mindset too. So before you flex your bike on the streets again, let's unpack the stupidity, humble the ego, and most importantly, keep your bones in one piece. Because traffic is not where you learn by trial and error. Let's begin. 1. Riding like you're in a video game. Let's start with the number 1 rookie mistake, treating traffic like a personal racetrack. You're weaving between cars, gassing it at every gap, and braking just in time to avoid kissing a bumper. It feels cool. It looks cool until you meet the one variable you didn't account for: reality. You know what's different between a game and traffic? In games, when you crash, you respawn. In real life, you become a memory, or worse, a vegetable your mom has to feed through a tube. You might think, I'm agile, I'm quick, I can slip through traffic like a ninja. But remember, even ninjas died when they got cocky. Riding is not about showing off, it's about staying alive. The goal is not to arrive fast, it's to arrive with your limbs attached and ego intact. So before you lean hard and split through 2 trucks with 1-inch clearance, ask yourself, do you want to look cool for 5 seconds? Or live to ride again tomorrow? 2. Assuming everyone sees you. You're on a bike, which means you're invisible to most drivers. That guy in the SUV? He's got 16 blind spots and 1 AirPod in. That lady in the minivan? She's disciplining her toddler and eating yogurt with her knee. And yet, you assume that just because you saw them, they saw you. Wrong. You are not the main character in traffic. You are a side quest they didn't even notice. So here's what you need to understand. Riding defensively isn't optional. It's your only survival tactic. Ride like you're invisible. Ride like every car will cut you off, every pedestrian will jaywalk, and every turn signal is a lie. You're not being paranoid. You're being alive. 3. Poor lane positioning. Now this is the silent killer. You ever see a rider hugging the far right of the lane near the curb? Or hanging dead center over the oil-slicked strip like it's a balance beam? Terrible idea. Let me make it simple. Far left equals best visibility in space from parked cars. Center equals usually greasy, slippery, and gross. Far right equals door zone, gutter grime, and surprise potholes. Positioning is not just about where your bike fits, it's about where your eyes can be seen. Put yourself in the spot where drivers look first, not last. Think like a predator. Where's the safest place to stalk the lane without becoming prey? You're not a side character hugging the edge of the screen. You're the main event. Own your lane, or you'll get erased from it. 4. Trusting turn signals. Ah yes, the sacred blinking light of traffic. Beginner riders often take turn signals at face value. Oh look, they're indicating left. Time for me to speed up and pass on the right. No, you just got baited. That signal could mean anything. It could mean, I turned it on by accident 3 miles ago. I changed lanes once and forgot to cancel it. I'm just as confused about my direction as you are about your life. In traffic, trust actions, not promises. Don't react to the light, react to the movement. And while we're at it, your signals, use them religiously, but never assume they're enough to keep you safe. A blinking light isn't protection, it's a suggestion. 5. Stopping too close to vehicles. This one's a ticking time bomb. You stop at a red light, and you're 6 inches behind a bumper like you're cuddling with it. Then boom, distracted driver rear-ends you. Now you're a biker sandwich. Always leave an escape route. You should be able to swerve out if the car behind isn't slowing down. And never put both feet down and zone out like it's nap time. Stay in gear, eyes on the mirrors, hands ready to move. Because trust me, the most dangerous thing around you isn't traffic, it's your own comfort. 6. Not understanding the psychology of car drivers. Here's what no one teaches you. Car drivers are mentally on autopilot. They don't think like you. They're not scanning, calculating, balancing, they're just trying to get home without spilling their coffee. When a car cuts you off, it's not personal. They didn't even know you existed. And that's what makes it deadly. As a rider, you must predict their ignorance. You must assume that car is going to drift, that lane merge is going to be botched, that no one will yield when they should. Traffic isn't logic, it's chaos wrapped in steel. Learn how car drivers think, or rather, how little they do, and you'll stop riding emotionally and start riding intelligently. 7. Wearing the wrong gear in the wrong place. Let's end with vanity. You're wearing shorts, sneakers, and a half helmet in urban traffic because it's just a short ride. Newsflash, pain doesn't care about distance. That short trip to the store, that's where most accidents happen. You crash at 30 miles per hour and slide across pavement like a cheese grater suddenly, you'll wish your knees weren't exposed like a TikTok thirst trap. Urban traffic accidents often involve slide, impact, and rollovers. Your gear should reflect that. Jacket, gloves, boots, full face helmet, period. And if you think you look uncool geared up, try looking cool with skin grafts and road rash tattoos. Now you know the 7 mistakes, but knowledge alone won't save you. Because tomorrow, when that throttle calls your name and the city traffic swarms like a video game loading screen, you'll need discipline, not dopamine. Don't be the biker everyone remembers for the wrong reason. Be the one who rides smart, sees everything, and lives long enough to laugh at every rookie who didn't watch this video. Want the ultimate traffic survival hacks that even pro riders secretly follow? Stick around for part 2, because now that you've been humbled, it's time to level up. So tell me this, which of these 7 mistakes have you made before? Don't lie, I know at least one of them hit you straight in the pride. Was it the invisible biker move? Riding like you're starring in Fast and Furious 11, Beginner's Edition? Or trusting a turn signal like it's a marriage vow? Drop your confessions in the comments, I promise. This is a judgment-free zone. Okay, maybe a little judgment, but only the funny kind. And if you're a seasoned rider, tell us. What mistake do you see newbies making every single day that makes you scream inside your helmet? Your comment might actually save a rookie's life. Or at the very least, save them from looking dumb in front of traffic. If this video smacked your ego but opened your eyes, hit that like button so I know you're still alive. And if you want more brutal, honest, life-saving riding truths that your instructor was too scared to tell you you know what to do, subscribe and I'll turn you from a maybe I'll survive rider into a damn I didn't know I was this smart on 2 wheels kind of rider. Ride smart, stay sharp, and if you're reading this while sitting on your bike at a red light, please, for the love of rubber, check your mirrors.